Fulham is still chasing Ricardo Pepi hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
Big,
talk
man.
to sign Ricardo Pepi. In big it talks to sign Ricardo Pepi for some big money. And I wonder if you think this is the right move at the right time, Chuck.
Yeah. I'm probably not as high on this move. And it's simple. So Ricardo Pepi, if he's going to Fulham, he's not going to be able to play competitively until March, right? And we're talking about the end of March just because there's probably week 8 is when he can get into training with contact. So I think he's probably can start training now, like light running or the bike, as long as the wound from the surgery is healed. And so then again, it's just about building your sharpness and your fitness without actually playing in physical contact, small-sided games. But ultimately, you go into Fulham, it's really difficult to break into a team where you're going to be guaranteed to start with PSV. You are the starting striker. You're going to get a run out of games, and for me, that's more important of getting him going back into a rhythm versus waiting for an opportunity with Fulham, which will be tough. I'm sure he'll still get playing time, especially if they pay what they're going to pay to bring him in. But ultimately, I think we're talking about playing time and continuity and understanding your teammates and everyone knowing your strengths. If I was Ricardo Pepi, although the Prem, I know it's tough to turn down, that opportunity isn't going anywhere. I would wait till the summer, and then you're getting a fresh preseason. You don't Marco Silva. There's been rumors about him leaving or staying. There's just a lot of questions around it. Wait till the summer, and then go to a spot and be the starting striker.
All right, so Fulham has made a $38 million bid. I wanted to give some more of those details, Big Tones. PSV want a little bit more. Do you think that valuation is fair? I would say. And then to the competition, right? You have Rodrigo Munoz and Raul Jimenez, both out of contract in June. Jimenez, he's turning 25 here pretty soon. 35, excuse me. Sorry. 35, 25, 45.
Yeah, I think
me now. I'm old.
Jimmy, I think this is more predicated on what Fulham needs right now, right? Fulham, Jimenez's contract is up in June, right? Or July 1. So I would guess he's out the door at some point. But probably makes sense for him to either go back to Mexico, maybe even MLS, if not the Saudi Pro League, because he's got that kind of name. So I think this is more about what Fulham needs. And if you're Ricardo Pepi, you're like, well, we've had success. We've had Americans who have had success at Fulham. They want me. They're willing to pay upwards of $40 million for me. I don't know, wherever you put that number. Look, Premier League teams just spend a little bit more money than other teams do in general. If you're PSV, you're like, okay, we need him, but is Ricardo Pepi's value ever going to be higher than $40 million? Could it go? Yeah. Could we take a chance at the World Cup and think it's going to go to $50 million if he scores a goal or two at the World? Maybe, but that's a chance, right? That's a risk. Right. If you're going to play that game, it's a risk that you take because the other side could see maybe Ricardo Pepi not playing a lot at the World Cup. I think he's going to play. I think we all think he's going to play at some point, right? But there's a risk in all of that. So I think it's two clubs that there's probably some needs for both clubs. And it fits sort of the next move for Ricardo Pepi. I'm with Chuck with, like, if you're going to come back in March, you're pretty much going to get an opportunity to play. So you're going to play at your club. Okay, let's get some rhythm. This might be a little bit out of his hands, right? With regards to, hey, both these clubs kind of need this. I need to make a move too. Maybe not in January of 2026, but this is where I am right now. So what do you do at this point? Do you take the risk that some other Premier League club because we would be looking at a summer move? Do you take the risk that some other club won't take you in the Premier League in July because maybe they went and got somebody else? I mean, there's risk to all of that.
Yeah, of course.
Just a different side. Yeah, just a different side.
Well, I like what Chuck said before. Can I put myself in the player's position? And the money obviously is going to be different. And sure. I think there would be an element of the competition. We're going to do a Champions League kind of breakdown in the next segment, but I'm kind of curious as to missing out on those Champions League nights. You go to Fulham, you're not playing in the Champions League. You're hoping to play in the Europa League. And right now,
the
PSV,
Conference League.
the Conference League. So PSV, that's hopeful. I mean, you're hoping that happens. It's not like a set every year. And so I wonder, obviously playing in the Premier League, get to play Liverpool and Man United and Man City and Arsenal and everybody. I get all that. But there's something about a Champions League night, where PSV's playing Bayern Munich on Wednesday. They're hosting Bayern Munich, and they need to get a result for them to go on to the next round. I don't know. There's just some kind of allure to that competition.
Okay, Jimmy, let me do some math for you, because I know Champions League has this massive allure. But when you're at PSV, right, let's just take it. PSV could be 8 games and out right now in Champions League. They might be able to go through. They're on the fringe, right? So let's just assume for 1 minute they do get through to the next round. That's 10 games. They've got PSV, so you got Feyenoord and you got Ajax. Let's say they're massive matches, right? So you had another 4 games. So you got 14 games that are really, really high level. Let's just call them all highest level you can be at.
Sure.
Probably not the case in Champions League, because there's probably a dud or 2 in there. But let's just say 14. If you go to the Premier League, if you're talking about from a sporting standpoint, if you go to the Premier League at Fulham, does he have more than 14 games that are high level throughout the season? Damn right he does. He's got 30 games that are high level. He's got double that. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's a good point.
So if you look at it from that, I get Champions League there's no doubt massive competition. But when you start like looking at good games,
that's fair. Okay. But I guess, just for devil's advocate, just so we can kind of continue to explore this part of the conversation. Mm-hmm. At PSV, I feel like he gets a variety of different styles he has to play. Right. Domestically, obviously, they're going to be driving the game. He's going to get a lot of opportunities. He's going to score a lot of goals. He's already demonstrated he could do that. You go into Champions League, and they bring some of that bravado with them, because we've seen them take it to a couple big teams. They beat Juventus last year in the knockout rounds, in the round of 32. So we know that they have that capability, but they also have to play a little bit different. So you get a variety of different styles, I would say. When you go to Fulham, I feel like, you're surviving. There might be a game or two, of course, where you get to drive the game, but ultimately it feels like, I don't know. I know Harry
There's a bunch of games that are pretty open though with Fulham.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. But I guess I just wanted to have, I really wanted to explore that part of it, because I do think
makes
the
sense.
Meaningful game of it. Yeah, because I think, okay, and Fulham's not really in this position, but we've seen players go, even when Josh Sargent joined Norwich, right? Initially, he was just running his ass off, just pressing the whole time and never getting the ball and never really getting to demonstrate what made him a good player. And then they got relegated and he had to go down a level to kind of demonstrate that he's got some quality.
I don't see Fulham like that though.
No, I know it's not, but I guess I just wanted to, maybe I have PTSD about our players.
No, but Rafa Cardenas is spot on in terms of the Eredivisie is a great league for a young player to go and develop.
That's fair. I like that.
And be sold. You're not staying at the Eredivisie. You go to the Premier League, you hope to stay at the Premier League for the rest of your career, unless you left for a Atletico Madrid, a Barcelona, Real Madrid, or even one of the top teams in Serie A. But ultimately, that's the league you want to stay in. The Eredivisie is simply for development, and you're being sold. It is a selling league. It's still a top selling league. And that's why for young Americans, I'd say 100% go all day to the PSVs of the world. And by the way, there are some people who say, well, Ricardo Pepi didn't walk into the starting 11 for PSV when he was injured this year. We've had Ernie Stewart on the show. He said he is their starting striker. He's a long-term vision. He is the guy. So for anybody who's maybe missed that episode, Ricardo Pepi is the starting striker and the guy for PSV. Ultimately, he should move on. I think he's outgrown the league. Same thing with Malik Tillman. We looked at him. Should he stay at PSV or go to Leverkusen? And that was Erik ten Hag going to Leverkusen. But at the end of the day, it's the right step. You're going to the Champions League. You're going to the Bundesliga. Make the move. I think me and Tony are on the same page in terms of
hey, he's our guy until somebody wants to pay $40 million. And
PSV, from Ernie Stewart's perspective, and probably from Peter Boxton's, they could still win the league without him.
Yeah.
So if you can still win the league and take $40 million for him,
No, I listen, Chuck, you left me out of that, but I'm also on the same page with
you guys. I thought you were saying
no. I like the move. I like the move. I do. I just wonder if the time is.
Hey, Hey, Jim,
It's a bit of a risk. That's all.
what was the number that? Do you remember the number that Ernie said was the
25. He said 25 because I said, 35.
He got
No,
another 15
25.
million out of that conversation. He got 15 million since that conversation. So we got to hit him up a little bit here on.
We have to circle back on this.
We helped with the negotiations. Yeah,
he said that's our guy, man. He's our guy. Yeah.
Do we get a percentage? Maybe
Yeah,
one.
Probably should help facilitating that. Just as a reminder, PSV paid $10 million for Ricardo Pepi, so some good business there. No matter, even if they got 25 for him, that'd be pretty good.